Monday Night Raw is the A show, folks. Monday Night Raw is the A show. Monday Night Raw swept the Survivor Series. Quote unquote, swept 6 matches to 0. Or 6 matches to 1 if you're a normal human being and watch the pre-show. Monday Night Raw is the A show. Let's go down the list as to why they think Monday Night Raw is the A show. Braun Strowman is chasing the Universal Championship after a win for Team Raw at the Survivor Series. So much so that they put him and the feud with Baron Corbin as top priority throughout the entire first hour of the show. Man, Monday Night Raw is the A show. We got Sasha Banks and Bayley versus Nia Jocks and Tamina Snuka. Man, I couldn't wait to see more coming out of the Survivor Series from all 4 of those women. Natalya still crying about her daddy's sunglasses that Ruby Riott broke. Man, I can't wait for Natalya to get revenge on Ruby Riott. What is she gonna do? Rip up a fucking Kurt Cobain poster? Or better yet, how about we give Titus Catering some spotlight tonight on Monday Night Raw? How about that? Everybody standing in line waiting for the mashed potatoes and his homemade gravy. And standing in line are the Titus VIPs. They get early access to all the meetings and all the fucking tastings before everybody else. Then we got Drake Maverick, who fucking pissed his pants at the Survivor Series, standing in line. And WWE has everybody from employees to talent on the show making cringe-like piss jokes over the fact that he pissed his fucking pants. So much so that your tag team champions now are having chants in their honor by AOPP. Yet Monday Night Raw is the A show. Man, if I'm Lars Sullivan, I am looking Vince McMahon directly in the fucking face, and I'm saying, no thank you. I am not leaving Orlando, Florida. All he needs to do is look at what's happening to the authors of P, and that is his future. This show was a goddamn abomination. A fucking abomination. So much so, I wouldn't use the authors of piss to put out the fucking flames of this dumpster fire. Yet there's people on social media who think that I'm lobbying for a job with WWE because I actually thought that a pay-per-view on Sunday night that gave us 7 matches, 5 of which I thought were really, really great matches contested in the ring, 2 of those 5 matches being WrestleMania-worthy matches. People think I'm lobbying for a job because I thought the Survivor Series was a good show. People think that I'm deep-throating Vince McMahon and trying to get a job with the WWE. WWE wouldn't hire me. They wouldn't even look in my direction. All because I thought Survivor Series was a great show. People think that I'm buttering up the product and I'm talking good about the product. If this is the best that you people have, if you want to attack me, man, you better go back to the drawing board just like the fucking clowns who write this show. This show was absolutely god-awful. God-awful. This may be in the top 3 worst Monday Night Raws of the entire year. It's unreal. It's unreal. I swear to God, on most weeks, I wish this show was canceled. I really do. And then they have Stephanie McMahon come out here and brag that this is the A show, how she put, or they put, Raw, they put SmackDown to shame. Which, believe me, you think I sit here and that doesn't bother me? The fact that SmackDown lost 6-0? Or 6-1, if you're a fucking human being with a brain. 6-1. How is this the A show? How can anybody justify that this is the A show? Then you'll have podcasters or YouTube content creators in the fucking community actually saying that this is the A show. That this is the flagship show. We all know that Vince McMahon treats SmackDown Live like a fucking dirty $2 whore. We know. So why am I going to get upset about it on Sunday night? I put that to the side. I looked at the product from an in-ring perspective. We all know SmackDown is the superior show. We all know. If you watch me every fucking week, you know my true and genuine thoughts on this show on Monday night. I don't understand you people. But how anybody justifies this as being the A show, man, give me the name of your drug dealer because I want what you are on. Every Monday night, so at least this show becomes a little bit more bearable. This was awful. This was awful. You know what this show did? If you are looking, I swear on everything that is fucking holy. I swear to God. If you guys are thinking about going to any major pay-per-view, whether it's the Rumble, whether it's WrestleMania, Survivor Series, SummerSlam, Money in the Bank, whatever. If you guys decide to go to one of these big 5 pay-per-views spread out through the calendar year in WWE next year, do not, unless it's the Raw after Mania, do not attend one of these fucking shows. This is exactly how they get you. They sell you the fucking package. You can go to NXT TakeOver. As far as I'm concerned, on most big pay-per-view weekends, that's all you need. They'll give you TakeOver. They'll give you the major pay-per-view, whatever event you're going to. They'll package in Raw and SmackDown as a big bundle deal. Do not fall for the garbage. Who the fuck? I swear to God, if anybody is watching me now that attended this show, please sound off in the comments below. Answer me this question. Why would you even bother going to this show? Why? Now, coming out of the Survivor Series, we all knew Monday Night Raw was going to be a complete waste of everybody's time. SmackDown Live, actually in a losing effort on Sunday night, just by default, became the must-see show this week. Because nobody knows what the fuck's going to happen. We don't know if there's going to be firings. We don't know if there's going to be debuts. We don't know if anything's going to happen to Paige. Where was AJ Styles? What's Daniel Bryan's next move? Is Shane McMahon just going to fucking clean house? Is he going to become a nasty bitch? Is he going to turn into a heel? So coming out of Survivor Series, SmackDown Live in a losing effort actually has more going on for it than Monday Night Raw. At least you knew they were going to start off with the nauseating garbage. Raw's the A show. Raw is the superior brand. We swept. This is the flagship show. This is the worst wrestling show on the face of the fucking planet. I would love to know if Stephanie McMahon utters those words and really fucking means it. There's no way. There is no way anyone on this fucking program can believe the shit that she spewed on television tonight. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Unreal. Anyway, we're going to get into this review. As you guys can see, a new layout here. We got rid of the fucking garbage that was on the old layout because everybody fucking got hurt or was deemed irrelevant. So my boy Sal Rex made me a new layout. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. We got McIntyre, Ambrose, and Strowman. We got Sasha, Bayley, and Ronda. on each side there. So thanks to my boy Sal Rex. Shout out to Mike Will as well, who does my layouts for the pay-per-views every single month, man. So thanks to those guys. They make the channel look fantastic every single week, every single month, man. If you guys want to check out what I did this past weekend, it's been a busy weekend. I'm fucking drained. Feel like my voice is stressed. We got the Survivor Series review right now. It is nearing 80,000 views in less than 24 hours, man. So thank you guys so very much for that. If you guys missed that, live on the channel right now. If you guys missed my thoughts on the unbelievable NXT TakeOver War Games, that was headed by Tommaso Ciampa and Velveteen Dream. Also Johnny Gargano versus Aleister Black. And then the epic War Games match between Ricochet, Pete Dunne, and the War Raiders versus the Undisputed Era led by Adam Cole. One of the best WWE productions that I've ever seen, and easily the best show that WWE's put on all year. So if you guys missed any of those videos, go back and check that stuff out. That was uploaded this past weekend as far as Survivor Series weekend goes. So we are going to hit Monday Night Raw here, man. There's a lot to go over, even though mostly all of this shit is going to be negative. Actually, all of it's going to be negative. Not mostly. All of it is going to be negative. We started off the show with Stephanie McMahon and her nauseating fucking praising of Monday Night Raw. Baron Corbin was there. Stephanie McMahon was in the ring next to him, and they went over exactly what happened on Monday Night Raw. Now, we're going to play the clip here, and we are going to listen again, because if I suffered through it and you didn't watch the show, I'm going to make all of you suffer along with me at least once tonight. This will be my second time listening to this, so you can thank me later. Braun Strowman faces Baron Corbin face-to-face before their scheduled match at Tables, Ladders, and Chairs in 4 weeks, while Stephanie McMahon, the great businesswoman that she is, lobbies and does business with both Corbin and Strowman in the middle of the ring to start Monday Night Raw.
Last night at Survivor Series, I held up my end of the bargain. Now it's time for you to hold up your end. I want a match with this slime ball.
Oh, stop it. You can't be serious.
Baron, listen, I did make you a promise, Braun, and my word is my bond. So therefore, at TLC, Baron Corbin, you will
get these hands.
That's one way to put it. But Baron, listen, if you can defeat Braun Strowman at TLC, then you will officially become the permanent general manager of Monday Night Raw.
Okay, so Baron Corbin obviously is being played for a fool.
But if
so
you
he has to
lose,
do something else to get what he wants.
Then you will lose all authority.
And if he loses, he gets 0.
And you will lose because your boss said I can pick the stipulations.
Which I'm going to make a point on.
A Universal Championship match against Brock Lesnar.
You will have your Universal Championship match against Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. Only if you can defeat Baron Corbin at TLC. I mean, this is a really good deal for you, Braun, right? I mean, come on, I'm a businesswoman, you're a businessman of sorts, and I mean, what, do you think you can't beat Baron Corbin? Come on, what do you say?
It's a great way to put down your
Welcome
acting general manager.
To Monday Night Braun.
How long did it take the creative team to come up with that one?
Enjoy your time as acting general manager while it lasts. Because remember, I get to pick the stipulations. And at TLC, you and I are going to have the TLC match. You're not only going to get these hands, you're going to get these tables, you're going to get these ladders, and you're going to get these chairs.
That's what TLC's all about.
You know what? I think that's a terrible idea. You do realize that match, it favors me. I'm gonna leave you in a pile of twisted steel and rubble. That is, if you can even make it to TLC. Because you see, I'm still acting general manager, and I've just decided you're gonna face Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre tonight in a handicap match.
You know what, Baron, that is an excellent match. But given we are celebrating tonight, it's a huge night, I think we need to one-up that match a little bit. I think we need to make that match a six-man tag team match. It's gonna be Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, and Baron Corbin against the team of Braun Strowman, Elias, and Finn Balor. And since I'm feeling so good tonight, we're gonna start that match right now!
I love it!
Pop the champagne, time to celebrate!
This is unfair to Baron Corbin.
So, the match was actually made into an elimination match with Survivor Series rules. But Stephanie didn't mention that there. So when Finn Balor was, quote-unquote, eliminated, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I didn't hear anybody mention it was an elimination match. Stephanie didn't mention it was an elimination match, unless I was just fucking passed out for a little bit. But who could blame me while watching this fucking show? So I didn't hear any announcement of it being an elimination match. So this is the deal. We got Baron Corbin and Braun Strowman at TLC in a tables, ladders, and chairs match. Now, with that type of match being a dual-branded pay-per-view, I only want to see one of those matches. That's it. You don't need to have 2 or 3 of those matches with the same type and the same stipulations spread out across the shows, because it's Raw and SmackDown collectively. One is enough. The main match to accompany the pay-per-view should be for the biggest match on the show, which, honestly, hasn't been announced yet, but I can assume is going to be Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles for the WWE Championship. Now, the only thing I could think of is that that match is going to be a ladder match, maybe, but I don't understand why you won't save the biggest match to accompany your tables, ladders, and chairs pay-per-view, which is a TLC match, for the biggest match on the show. Nobody is interested in seeing Baron Corbin and Braun Strowman in a TLC match. Who cares? So I wrote this out because I was just so fucking disenchanted with everything that was happening on this show already within 20 minutes. And I wrote this little piece, okay? And I know a lot of you guys are going to agree with me. And if you don't, I don't really give a shit. Braun Strowman was granted his match with Baron Corbin at TLC in a tables, ladders, and chairs match. If he beats Baron Corbin, he gets his match with Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. If Baron Corbin loses, he loses all of his power on Monday Night Raw. I understand everyone may be a fan of Braun Strowman and the destruction that this man has been booked to cause, but in my honest opinion, it's a tired gimmick that honestly has run its course. Braun needs to start doing more than hiding behind WWE's veil of gimmick matches that protect him from the inevitable. You either can do what he needs to do, or Braun could go in the ring and do what he needs to do, get it done in the ring when it matters, or you don't. As far as I am concerned, he doesn't. With wrestlers like Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, a possible AJ Styles move over to Monday Night Raw in 2019, because we all know, it's no secret, Vince McMahon has wanted AJ Styles on Monday Night Raw for a very long time. Believe it or not, no matter how good you think Drew McIntyre is, and no matter how fucking delusional people are about Braun Strowman, neither one of those guys are the guy right now. You're either going to look to an outside source or you're going to look to AJ Styles. Simple as that. And please don't at me. I love McIntyre just like everybody else. But people are not going to automatically deem Drew McIntyre the guy to take Roman Reigns' spot. More needs to be done than just simply giving him a huge Universal Championship match against Brock Lesnar and beating Brock Lesnar. You have to be in that position and groomed for that position for a very long time. It's not going to happen in 4 months. So get it out of your fucking heads. I love McIntyre just like everybody else does. I see much potential in him. But the fact that people are already giving him the keys to the kingdom, I don't think he's that guy yet. Don't force it. Have it happen organically, please. AJ Styles, possible move to Monday Night Raw in 2019. And who the fuck knows? The long shot of Kenny Omega coming into the WWE. Where the fuck do you think he's going if he comes into the WWE? You think he's going to SmackDown Live? No, he's going right to Monday Night Raw. So if that's the case, what are you going to do with Braun Strowman then? Are you still going to hide him behind the veil of gimmicks? Or are you going to let this guy go in the ring like we need to see? You know, Triple H has stated many, many times, you either adapt and evolve or fail. Right now, in my eyes, I don't give a shit how enchanted you are with Braun Strowman. The guy has not evolved. What has he evolved into? How has WWE utilized Braun Strowman to maximize his potential? Are you going to let the guy go in the ring and show me that he could really be the fucking guy? Or are you going to hide him behind ladders and chairs and destruction and flipping ambulances and this and that? Because that shit's been done already. We've seen that time and time and time again. And right now, all it's good for is a cheap fucking pop. You got to do more if you're going to deem Braun Strowman of all fucking people the guy. The guy is being more than just a 7-foot giant who's called the monster among men. Being the guy is more than just a fucking cheesy catchphrase like get these hands. This is 2018. We're going into 2019. You're going to look at Braun Strowman as being the guy for your company? He ain't the guy for your company. I would never look at Braun Strowman as being the guy for my company. He certainly has a place and a role in the company, but being your Universal Champion and deeming him the fucking king to the entire fucking kingdom? No way. No way. You haven't done enough to show me he deserves that spot. Everyone has to evolve, right? Triple H said it, like I mentioned before. You either evolve or adapt or die. Fail. Braun Strowman may be a giant. He may be the monster among men. But even giants have to evolve. They have to. This isn't a giant WWE superstar like you would see in the 80s or the 90s. It's 2019. We need a more evolved giant. According to WWE, Strowman is that. So fucking show me. I'm done with Braun Strowman getting a shot at the Universal Championship and getting a shot at Brock Lesnar. You've had 2 shots at Brock Lesnar already. 2. The first, you should have capitalized on. You didn't do it. After that, Strowman's stock continued to dip. Slow, and then it died. You killed it with Roman Reigns inside Hell in a Cell. Now you want to backtrack and do some backpedaling with Braun Strowman because you know that you fucked up. But in that little time where you're doing your backtracking, people are caring less and less and less and less. But you did it for Roman. So you wanted to do it for Roman and you killed Braun Strowman in the meantime, and now I don't care. Now you have him lobbying for another match with Brock Lesnar? Why am I to believe in Braun Strowman for a third match with Brock Lesnar when he was F5'd 5 fucking times, with Lesnar walking out with not a single mark on him? There are much better on Monday Night Raw that I would want to see go up against Brock Lesnar. Drew McIntyre. I'd even take Trashley to go one-on-one in a match with Brock Lesnar. At least it would be different. Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose. I'd even take Finn fucking Balor at this point. And nobody is more buried than Finn Balor. You either evolve, adapt, or die and fail. Right now, WWE has this giant, he's this monster among men. You're going to continue to hide him behind the fucking veil of gimmicks that you always throw him behind? Gimmick matches, destroying shit on Monday Night Raw, tag team matches where he stands on the apron for most of the match, comes in and fucking runs through people and delivers a power slam here and a power slam there. No, that's not what I want. That's not what you want out of a number one guy. Come on now. They can do so much better. Get over yourselves with this fucking Braun Strowman bullshit. I don't want to see him in a major program, let alone chasing Brock Lesnar again for a third time. Moving on. So we get a 6-man tag team match with Survivor Series rules. So we got Strowman, Elias, and Finn Balor versus Corbin, Drew McIntyre, and Bobby Lashley. So this one, it goes to a no contest. It goes to a no contest. The referee threw out the entire match because Drew McIntyre got himself DQ'd. And then Lashley and Corbin just completely beat the shit out of Braun Strowman. Finn Balor was buried. I don't understand what the fuck's going on with Finn Balor. On a show in which you should be building up guys, they continue burying the guys that they need to build up. I ask you all again, what was the problem with Finn Balor coming out of NXT? Why do we have this Finn Balor? And where did my Finn Balor from NXT go? Because the Finn Balor from NXT, there was word around the street that he could potentially be the guy. And now you look at Finn Balor on Monday Night Raw, the guy is a complete irrelevant piece of garbage who stands there and does nothing but smile for the camera, coming out wearing colorful outfits. I've never seen a case of complacency in my entire life. The guy's complacent. The guy is merely content with the spot that he's given, and that's all he cares about. But what can he do? It's either WWE never seen anything in him to begin with, and they're just biding time and filling a spot because he's a warm body, or he's just content and doesn't speak up. I hear people left and right every fucking week. This guy is upset with the position that he's given on Monday Night Raw, or this guy's upset with the position that he or she has got on SmackDown Live. Why isn't this guy speaking up? Why don't I hear reports about Finn Balor speaking up about his position on Monday Night Raw? Complete fucking irrelevant garbage. So this match ended in a no contest. After the referee threw out the match, there was a huge beatdown on Braun Strowman. They, I guess, took his belt off and they tied him or hog-tied him up to the steel steps. They were beating him with a steel chair. We got a spear from Lashley on the outside. Drew McIntyre delivered the Claymore kick. So Braun Strowman was hog-tied to the steel steps outside. So Baron Corbin was going to take a steel chair and just completely destroy Braun Strowman's arm. So he said, steel chair is not good enough for me. Let me take the steel steps and let me destroy this guy's arm. He takes the steel steps. He shatters Braun Strowman's elbow, and that was the diagnosis on Braun Strowman tonight. Sure, it's just a storyline injury. He's got a shattered elbow. And referees were out there. The EMTs were out there. He was rolling around, writhing in pain, yelling out, "I can't feel my fingers. I can't move my arm." He's got blood all over his arm. He's got blood on his nose and on his mouth. More than likely, unless it comes out that he's really hurt, which would suck for this show, I'm going to go with a storyline injury right now. Because what better way to build up a sympathetic beast for Brock Lesnar when he can overcome all the odds, overcome Baron Corbin, and overcome Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley, and beat Baron Corbin at TLC and get his match with Brock Lesnar. Wow, look at all that Braun Strowman had to go through with the shattered elbow. He's ready for Brock Lesnar. The fans are going to be behind Braun Strowman. No, we're not. No, we're not. Because the majority of us have already deemed him a failure. The majority of us have already deemed him a creative fucking failure. There's nothing that Braun Strowman can do, and there's nothing that you could write to make me believe that the guy's going to stand a chance against Brock Lesnar. He doesn't deserve the Universal Championship. I don't want to see him as the guy. He is not the guy. The best case scenario for Braun Strowman right now is a fresh beginning on SmackDown Live. That's it. Shattered elbow or not, a fresh beginning on SmackDown Live. Seth Rollins comes out. He is obsessed with Dean Ambrose. He wants Dean Ambrose to come out and address him face to face. So Seth Rollins is in the... And by the way, that entire Braun Strowman, Baron Corbin shit that happened took up the entire first hour of Monday Night Raw. And if you don't deem that a fucking problem, if you are a podcaster or a YouTube content creator and you don't find issue in that, then you are just as bad as the people who write this show. That is absolutely fucking terrible. Because you know what that tells me? That means, well, we don't know what to do with half of these fucking guys, so we're going to fill an entire block of something that really doesn't interest anybody, and we're going to get an hour of television out of it. Man, it's got to be an easy life to be a Monday Night Raw creative writer. Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. This is the issue with Rollins. He's in the ring with a microphone trying to call out Dean Ambrose to come to the ring.
You know, it's only been 4 weeks since Dean turned his back on me and Roman, but it's felt like an eternity because as of yet, he hasn't had the guts to walk down to this ring and face me like a man. But all that changes at TLC because he's not going to have a choice because it's going to be Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins one-on-one for the Intercontinental Championship. And you know, I sat in this ring last week and I watched Ambrose and I listened to everything he said as he took the Shield vest and he lit it on fire. And he said that the Shield was a burden to him. He said that the Shield made him weak, and he said
the Shield was a burden to me too.
The same guy he's been this entire time. You know, you think you know somebody, but the truth is I learned more from watching this chronicle of Ambrose on the WWE Network than I knew about him the entire time we were best friends. You know, I didn't know Ambrose was in the hospital with an infection in his elbow that almost killed him. You know why I didn't know that? Because Ambrose never picked up the phone when I called him. He never called back the entire time he was out with an injury, not one time. And Ambrose said he loves WWE. Love? He said he loves WWE. Look, I've known this dude for 10 years, and that was the first time I've ever heard him say the word love.
Sucks to be Renee Young, huh?
And I gotta be honest with you guys, I didn't know that he was capable of love. He said he loves WWE because it's just two guys in this ring expressing themselves through highly aggressive physicality. And that's real funny because for the last 4 weeks, Ambrose, all you've been doing is hiding and talking. But all that changes at TLC because we're gonna have our match. But TLC is a ways away still. And I wanna talk about tonight because I am feeling highly aggressive right now. And if Ambrose, if you love it as much as you say you do, why don't you come down to this ring and prove it? Because I am looking for a fight.
You don't get it yet, do you, man? Things have changed. Over the past 6 years, the Shield did more harm than good, sure. They love the Shield
Of course
all
they
over
did.
the world. But nobody
You don't
knows
think there's hidden truth behind that?
how we were when the camera stopped rolling. We were rotten to the core from the very beginning. And now time has caught up to us, and we're all gonna pay for it in different ways. The old saying goes, what goes around comes back around on you. And it's come back around on us in a big way, and now we're all gonna get what we deserve. I mean, look at Roman. For Roman's part, for what Roman did in the Shield, he has to answer to the man upstairs.
A lot of people found issue with what Ambrose said there. I loved it. I loved it. It's either one of two things. It's playing up to the storyline and making him a more hated heel, which is great. You're taking a real life situation, no matter what the fuck it is, and you're applying it to the storyline. Business has to go on. So I love that. I absolutely love that. That's the same instance. You know, you could probably throw in Nia Jax here with that situation. You know, I'm going to go back to the Stone Cold Steve Austin shit. When he had his neck broken at the 1997 SummerSlam. Owen Hart didn't mean to break his neck, but Owen Hart came out wearing I Just Broke Your Neck 316. It's fucking great. Absolutely fucking great. So they're playing up Dean being a prick. And there's no better storyline in wrestling than when you take something in real life and apply it to what's going on here. Or the other thing is that there's nothing wrong with Roman. Or it's not as serious as everybody else is making it out to be. Because why would they script? It's rather humorous to me that that line made it into the script. Roman's going to get what he deserves. Karma's going to come right back around to Roman Reigns. And now he's got to answer to the man upstairs. Who writes that shit? If you are really dealing with a Roman Reigns in a serious issue like this, why would you put that in there if it's going to ruffle everybody's feathers, being a publicly traded company? I don't know, man. It's very suspicious if you ask me. Makes you scratch your head. It makes you think a little bit. But anyway, that's neither here or there. Let's continue on with the Dean Ambrose promo that he cut. Because Ambrose tonight was realistically on a terrible edition of Monday Night Raw. Probably the best thing about this show.
And what's worse, you have to answer to me. So you want to know why? You want to know what's happening? You want to know what's going on? You want to know what's going to happen next? Well, here I am. Come find me, and I'll show you. Hey, where did Ambrose go? He was just
So Rollins
here.
is chasing Ambrose
Where did he
in
go?
this particular segment
But you better get out of my face.
with security guards who clearly can't act. So he punches the security guards.
Oh my God! Come on, huh?
And nothing happens to him. He ain't kicked out of the arena. He ain't arrested.
Where you at, Ambrose?
So he's chasing Dean Ambrose. He's looking for Dean Ambrose throughout the entire show of Monday Night Raw. This was the I guess the 3-hour-long story that they tried to tell here to build towards their match at TLC. So Ambrose was in all different parts of the arena. At one point, he was in the boiler room. You know, so he found himself in the boiler room. Dean was there, and Seth chased him into the boiler room. I was hoping something really kind of clicked. Maybe we get a boiler room brawl at TLC between Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. We haven't seen that match since it was done with, I think, who was it? Mankind and Big Show, I believe it was. The last one that we actually seen. And then obviously the famous one with Mankind and The Undertaker at SummerSlam. But I'd love to see another boiler room brawl. Let's bring back the boiler room brawl. It's where the Shield always used to love to hang out. So I think that'd be great for TLC. Instead of putting him in a generic gimmick match that fits to the TLC name. So Dean was chased all over the arena by Seth Rollins. At one point, he was just in an area where he made fun of the LA fans. He's like, what is that smell? Is that Seth Rollins' fear, or is that the shitty people of Los Angeles? So Dean was being chased throughout the entire show until the last segment of the show right before 11 o'clock where he and Dean Ambrose actually met face-to-face and shit broke down. So that was that. Sasha Banks and Bayley versus Tamina, Snuka, and Nia Jax. Hey, we got Sasha and Bayley against two women who are not a part of the Riot Squad. Baby steps, people. Baby steps. So we'll probably see a fucking mix and match of these four women going into TLC. Next week, we'll probably see Nia Jax versus Sasha Banks. And then we'll see Bayley versus Tamina on the next week. And then we'll see another tag team match before TLC. Absolutely ridiculous. Nia Jax and Tamina win here. Jax delivers a Samoan drop to Bayley for the win. Nia Jax, I mentioned this on my Survivor Series review. Love her or absolutely despise her. We all know that she sucks in the ring. But again, I mentioned the Owen Hart situation with Stone Cold Steve Austin and Owen, by accident, breaking Stone Cold's neck with a sit-out pile driver. It's the same situation here. They're playing up to the real-life situation that happened because it's going to make the individual who delivered the move a lot more fucking hated. They did it to Owen, and they're doing it to Nia Jax. It's the only progression here because you can't avoid it. You might as well turn it into a storyline. And I mentioned this is money for WWE. If they don't book Becky and have her stripped of the championship, if they don't book her in that situation, if they don't book her into the Royal Rumble and have her and Nia Jax face off in the Royal Rumble, then there's no hope for creative writing in pro wrestling. It's writing itself. Nia Jax is, for the first time in her career, getting a genuine reaction. There's no other way about it. We all know that she's fucking terrible in the ring. And there's no signs of her getting better, so you might as well play up the fact and make a storyline out of it. She will get what's coming to her. She's going to lose to Ronda, and everybody wants to see her get her ass kicked by Becky Lynch. The only thing is, I hope that they don't stiff Becky Lynch here and put her in a match with Nia Jax at WrestleMania. That would be absolutely fucking pathetic. I don't even have a fucking word for it right now. That would be absolutely fucking horrendous. Not only would it not be a good match, that match would be fucking terrible. But you are taking away something that everybody fucking wants. Ronda's on Raw. The two women that she's feuding with are on SmackDown Live. Unless you're going to unify the championships, which I already made mention of, that I'd wish they do. Unless you're going to unify the championships, then there's no other way for Ronda to go up against Becky or Charlotte without one of them winning the Royal Rumble. Simple. You can get the other one in the match if you want to do a triple threat. Everybody wants Becky and Ronda. But being that Ronda mentioned Charlotte, and the next chapter of their feud is coming, we all know that Charlotte's going to be added, and Becky's not going to have the spotlight completely to herself, which she deserves. So the Nia situation is working out the only way that it can. She needs to build off what happened with Becky's injury. We all know Nia's going, she ain't going anywhere. She ain't going to be a champion. They're pushing her. What it looks like to you, they're pushing her. They're not. They're just building off the heat. Now, for the first time in her career, she's got genuine reaction. It's the only way to go about it. Nia Jax and Tamina win here. Tamina sucks just as bad as Nia. I just want to make mention of that. Completely two uninteresting individuals on this show. This is what got me, on top of what happened with the Lucha House Party and the Revival. This got me to a point where I wanted to fucking scream. I'm going to let you listen to it. And when you listen to it, if you have not heard it, you are going to cringe like you've never cringed before. Listen. It's bad.
Hey, did you try to peas?
No.
You just see it, right?
Right.
Look at it. Oh, yeah. My kids don't even do that
I
anymore.
know. They're 3 and 5.
I know.
Maybe we should get them some adult diapers.
I'm pretty sure he can fit in the kids' diapers.
Is there something funny? Is there something funny? Well, Chad, is there?
Easy. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't get pissed.
Think it's all a joke, do you? All a joke on me? To make you laugh?
Whoa. Relax. Look, there's no problem here. There's no beef here. Okay, Chad and I, we're just happy to see that you're in bladder shape than last night. Better. I meant better shape.
Bladder shape? Well, I got news for you. You're in trouble now because What?
You're in!
I quit. This is the state of WWE's tag team division. The fact that we're getting toilet humor directed at the Raw Tag Team Champions, who, by the way, were undefeated in NXT for over a year. And they had Paul Ellering, who managed the Legion of fucking Doom, as their manager. Chris Jericho actually recently mentioned the pairing of Drake Maverick and AOP. He said, and I quote, "I think the concept of AOP is cool, as they were obviously very popular on NXT. I have a problem, though. AOP and NXT were managed by Paul Ellering, who used to manage the Road Warriors. Now they bring Akam and Razor to the main roster, and the first night they fire Paul Ellering. I never understood that. This is nothing against anybody. They bring in this dude, Drake Maverick. This is a guy who actually said my name is Rockstar Spud." Jericho then goes on to mention that Maverick's time in Impact and in the UK was as Rockstar Spud. He then goes on to say the pairing of Maverick and AOP doesn't make any sense. And this is what he said, and I quote, "This is nothing against Rockstar Spud," Jericho stated. "Here's my problem. Why would these two behemoths listen to this little ... He looks like he's a model from a teen magazine. They would listen to a grizzled old vet of Paul Ellering, but why would they listen to Drake Maverick, Rockstar Spud?" Jericho then went on to say, "Akam and Razor, they're young guys, but so is Drake Maverick. Why would the young guys listen to Drake Maverick when they could have listened to Paul Ellering, who's already taken a team to the top?" End quote. I'd love to know why. I'm still thinking about that 9 months later. I don't understand it. You do realize that WWE has taken yet another NXT concept and they've completely pissed, literally, all over it. This would have never happened in NXT. And if you defend this garbage, you are completely fucking delusional. I don't give a fuck if Vince hates tag team wrestling or not. This is a complete disrespect to everyone that has ever been a tag team champion in this fucking company. And no, all because they're making toilet humor in regards to the AOP, that doesn't mean that they're going to get over. What's going to get them over is them brutalizing everybody. That's exactly what they need to do. They were in War Games. They were taken as a serious threat in NXT. They were in War Games. They were a serious threat in War Games. Why are we getting the AOP as Raw Tag Team Champions with toilet humor directed at them, piss jokes directed at them, and then you book them to lose on Monday Night Raw 3 weeks after they won the tag team championships from Seth Rollins? Can someone please explain this to me? How are you going to have a team like AOP, who's done everything possible to be a dominating force, show up on Monday Night Raw and they're losing to Bobby fucking Roode and Chad Gable? Am I living in the Twilight Zone? What is the reason for the disrespect towards your champions? I'm absolutely speechless. I am absolutely fucking speechless. This would have never been done in NXT. You would have seen nothing like this in NXT. But it's being done on Monday Night Raw at the expense of two guys who look fucking legit. This is the best that you have for AOP? You mean to tell me there's nothing else you could do with these guys to make them look intimidating? Now they're only going to be represented and they're only going to be thought of with piss jokes because Drake Maverick pissed his pants. No, it's not going to get them over. They're going to be a laughingstock to everybody that looks at them. That's the only thing people are going to associate with them. Complete fucking garbage. Garbage! Speaking of garbage, the Lucha House Party versus the Revival. This is a Lucha House Party rules match. The Revival lose to the Lucha House Party because they got distracted when the Lucha House Party started to throw a piñata around. The greatest or one of the best tag teams that you've ever produced in NXT, probably one of the best tag teams right now in the world, distracted by a fucking piñata. A tag team that has given me probably one of the best tag team matches I have ever seen at TakeOver Toronto against Ciampa and Gargano in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Yet they're being booked to lose off a distraction from a piñata. Can someone in creative please tell me why there is a lack of focus on tag team wrestling, a lack of focus on this division as a whole, and why Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder are absolutely fucking buried in a way that would make The Undertaker and Kane collectively jealous after 50 fucking years of collective business in this industry. I don't understand it. I don't even think a move to SmackDown Live would help these guys. If I'm both of them, I'm looking at my watch, I'm looking at my contract, and I'm looking to when those hit the fucking time and expiration, and I'm out of here faster than you could fucking breathe. An absolute fucking joke. And tell me how the Lucha House Party is on Monday Night Raw and winning over a team like the Revival. Why the Lucha House Party is on Monday Night Raw to begin with. Of all the fucking teams that you want to put on Monday Night Raw to help a dying division, you pick the Lucha House Party. Does it mean that the people on 205 Live that we actually want to see on the main shows, like Mustafa Ali and Cedric Alexander and Leo Rush and Hideo Itami, guys like that, Buddy Murphy, do they have an opportunity to move over to the main roster? Because clearly, Lindsay Dorado, Gran Metalik, and Kalisto are on Monday Night Raw, competing against Monday Night Raw talent. God, the Revival, I pray to God that they get the fuck out of here. A fucking piñata. And go back and watch the match with DIY and the Revival and tell me that they are not as great as a lot of people know that they are. Tell me, after you watch that match, how you can't book those guys in a meaningful fucking feud with the tag team titles on the line. Complete joke. Complete joke. Ronda Rousey in the ring. She comes out. She's bruised. She's battered. You couldn't tell immediately because she had that big jacket on, but she did have that gash on the side of her head. I think it was on the right side. There was no black eye. There was no bruises on her face. When she revealed her body, you seen the scars from the kendo stick. You seen the bruises on her chest. She was fucked up at Survivor Series. She's out in the ring. Chance of we want Becky, of course. Of course. Is WWE listening? Probably not. Rousey reveals that she will defend the title against Nia Jax at TLC. She's aware of how dangerous Nia Jax is. Dangerous meaning bad in the ring, not because she's legitimately dangerous. Because look what she did to Becky Lynch's face. Rousey says she will tap out Nia Jax at TLC, and when she's done with Jax, the next chapter in Rousey vs. Charlotte Flair will be written. No mention of Becky Lynch. No mention of Becky Lynch at all. We'll talk about that on SmackDown Live tomorrow night. If you want my thoughts on why WWE did what they did with Charlotte Flair, you got to go listen to the Survivor Series review. So, she mentioned Charlotte and not Becky. Only that Nia broke Becky's face. Rousey says in some way, somehow, she will find Flair and they will finish what they started at the Survivor Series. Rousey says she didn't come here to hit her poses, play for sympathy, and just talk about fighting. She came here to show us what a true champion really is. Rousey goes on about what a true champion is, that she's always ready to fight, and to be the best in the world on their worst day, you gotta fight. She mentions a true champion stepping aside if they can't defend their mountain. Fans begin to chant for Becky. No mention of Becky from Ronda at all. Rousey says that this is her on her worst day, and she refuses to step aside. She goes on and says she's ready to defend the title. So she wants anyone from the Raw roster to come out and fight her in a championship match impromptu. So Baron Corbin comes out. He says that Rousey's request to defend the title tonight has been denied. Baron Corbin says, in good conscience, I cannot allow you to wrestle tonight. Rousey said she's had 17 fights and never backed out of one, never postponed one, even though she had a really good reason to do that on multiple occasions. But she never did. And that's because she is the baddest bitch on the planet. Rousey is ready to defend, or maybe if Corbin can't find anybody, that he wants a shot at the champ. So Rousey steps to Corbin. Corbin is jumping off the ring apron, and he goes to the back. He finds somebody and says, whoever I find is going to be the new Raw Women's Champion. Yeah, and Jennifer Lopez is going to knock on my door in about 20 minutes and fucking be up all night with me doing God knows what. Bullshit. So Mickie James comes out. I don't know who the fuck you expected. Who did you expect? Nikki Cross? Bianca Belair? A call-up from NXT? Of course not. Mickie James. Mickie James. This was a fucking squash. And I didn't give a shit about any of this at all. Ronda Rousey wins with 2 Piper's Pits, that Samoan slam that she does, or fall-away slam that she does. She then applies the armbar, and Mickie taps out quickly. After the match, Rousey stands tall with the title. She exits the ring, goes up the ramp, and then Nia Jax and Tamina Snuka come out, and all they do is look her up and down, smile, and walk away. That's it. It's got me super excited about a Nia Jax Ronda Rousey match. Authors of Pain versus Bobby Roode and Chad Gable. Authors of Piss versus Bobby Roode and Chad Gable. The authors of Piss lose. Roode goes to work on Rezar. Rezar rams Roode into the corner. Akam comes in off the tag. Roode fights off a double team from both Akam and Rezar. Roode with a blockbuster to Akam. Gable tags in, double team, but Akam knocks Roode out of the ring. Gable comes in out of nowhere and rolls Akam up for a win in this non-title match. Again, I ask, team was undefeated for almost a year, or over a year, in NXT, yet they're losing in their 3rd week in as Raw Tag Team Champions. That makes them, after everything that's happened to them in a span of 24 hours, including this loss, that puts them on the level of the B team. Good job for killing the authors of fucking piss. They are now just as bad as everybody else in the division. But I guess that was on the bulletin board in the creative meetings. Authors of pain look too good. How can we bring them down to the Ascensions level? There you go. Toilet humor, Drake Maverick pissing his pants, and then losing to a team that was supposed to break up 4 months ago. There you go. The creative decisions on Monday Night Raw. Natalya versus Ruby Riott. Man, I couldn't wait for this one. Natalya wins here. Rolls up Riott for the win. Who could possibly care about what we've seen here? They're fighting over nothing. They're fighting over sunglasses that you could get in a fucking Happy Meal for $2.99. Yet I'm supposed to care. Ambrose and Rollins close out the show. Dean Ambrose comes out to the ring because in the middle of the show, Rollins couldn't find Ambrose. He gave up. He walked out of the arena, took his bags, said he had to catch a red-eye home, or somewhere, wherever he was going. I don't fucking know. All bullshit. Ambrose comes to the ring. He blabs about how he just shits on the LA fans, and he mentions, I guess, people would stab their family members in the back for a meal. He says these people, the fans of Rollins, all the fans of Seth Rollins, the fans in LA, would stab their family members in the back for a meal. So at least he was justified in his actions. He says the way they chant their little hearts out for Seth Rollins makes him sick, literally sick. He goes on about how the people smell. Cameras then show Seth Rollins walking backstage, running to the ring. Ambrose sees Rollins on the Titantron running to the ring. He looks a little bit nervous but doesn't back away. So they start to brawl in the middle of the ring. Rollins runs the ropes for a suicide dive, throws Dean into the barricade. Rollins keeps unloading rights as the referees come to the back to try and break everything up. Rollins brawls Ambrose into the crowd. They go over the barricade. They come back to the ringside area. Ambrose misses a clothesline. Rollins super kicks Ambrose right in the face and gets ready for the stomp, but Ambrose avoids the stomp and follows up with a low blow, bringing Rollins to his knees. Ambrose then grabs Rollins by the head and talks more trash, yelling at him, "You wanted to talk, you wanted to talk," and then drops him with a dirty deeds. Ambrose goes to leave, and he's had enough. He says, "Fuck this shit." He takes off his jacket. He runs back to the ring. He delivers another dirty deeds and drops Ambrose with 2 dirty deeds. The best part of the entire show was when Dean Ambrose, at the end of Raw, took Rollins after the second dirty deeds and started moving his mouth like a puppet. "You want to talk?" And he started moving his mouth like a fucking puppet. Talk! There you go. Talk to me. Ambrose is great. I'm loving Ambrose in this new role. It's not Tommaso Ciampa by any means. This is the watered down version of what we're seeing in NXT with Tommaso Ciampa, but I'm loving. I don't give a shit. Dean Ambrose shitting on the fans, making fucking threats to Rollins and saying that karma's gonna come around to Rollins and that Roman's got to pay the piper. It's got to answer to the big man upstairs. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. But 3 hours of Raw, and this is the only thing worth anything on this show? Come on. This was a complete fucking abomination of a show. I don't know how anybody could justify this shit after Survivor Series. This is the A show. This is the A show. Raw swept, quote unquote, swept SmackDown Live. Yet SmackDown Live is the more interesting going into their show coming out of Survivor Series. Why is that? Why is that? I know why. Because Monday Night Raw is the worst fucking wrestling show on the face of this planet. They are not the A show. And this show proved that immensely tonight. Unless you want piss jokes and a disgrace of your tag team champions on your show. Then it's the greatest show that you will see for WWE. But to me, this show is a complete fucking failure. I'm getting out of here, guys. Thank you so very much. We went an hour. I didn't expect to go an hour, but this show will rile somebody up to the point where you do nothing but fucking complain. If you guys want more of me, you guys can definitely catch me on social media, man, at JD from NY206 on Twitter. Hit that subscribe button down below. Give that bell the middle finger. If you guys want to support the podcast on Patreon, patreon.com/JD from NY206. Get your t-shirts, barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. Code BSHOP20, 20% off. And if you guys want to catch my Survivor Series weekend podcast, man, we got Survivor Series and NXT TakeOver War Games live on the channel right now. You guys can catch that stuff in the annotation that you see in the top right corner of your screen. I'm getting out of here, guys. Thank you so much. I will see you with a Call of Duty premiere tomorrow on the channel around 3:15, and then we got SmackDown Live tomorrow night, as always, to see what happens with their fallout from the Survivor Series. Hit that thumbs up, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for Black Ops 4 and SmackDown Live on the USA Network. I'll talk to you guys later.